Time for What Are the Odds as we welcome back Anthony and Sal. Gentlemen, according to Fangraphs, the Mets right now have a 51.8% chance of making the playoffs. Pretty close to 50-50. Sal, I know the Mets have only played 13 games, but with all the unique factors going into the 2020 season and the playoff scenarios out there, is it accurate to label this series this weekend with the Marlins as an important one?
Well, I mean, I know the Marlins are technically in first place, and people are going to look at that, but really, Eamon, does it matter who the Mets play? There are limited games left here on the schedule. I mean, if you look at it, and you do the math, and I know that's your forte, doing math here on the show, they really could only stand to lose, what, 20 more games here? So they're going to have to play 27, roughly 27 and 20 baseball the rest of the way. That means every series is important, especially when you're talking about a team like the Marlins that not only is in front of them, but a team that they are expected to be much better than. So, yeah, I think this is a huge series, as I do think most series from now on for the Mets are going to be moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely, Sal. I mean, these guys, to me, the Mets have earned nothing so far this year, just because we're all wound up in a really great performance in their last game where they finally played some defense, got the pitching from Rick Porcello that they needed, and got some clutch hitting. That doesn't mean that we're looking at this team as world beaters right now. They need to roll up the W's here, and the Marlins are in the way, and they've got to just pound them, and that's it. That's all there is to it. Now, look, I think there is reason for optimism, though, because, you know, we've been lamenting the way the Mets have handled clutch hitting situations for much of the season. They're terrible with runners in scoring position. I think they were 28th in OPS with runners in scoring position so far this year, entering tonight, and that's, you know, that's obviously not going to work. But they are getting on base. They're second in the majors in on-base percentage, and they're third in batting average. So they're hitting the ball, they're getting on, they're just not generating the runs. And I think that's going to change at some point soon. I think they will start to score more, and I think you could see a big weekend here, guys.
All right, guys, quickly on this one. We all know with the Mets, the strength in the pitching department is Jacob deGrom. He'll get the start on Sunday in this series. But have you seen enough out of the bullpen and guys like Lugo and Familia, Anthony, that now you have faith in that bullpen when deGrom leaves the game after pitching so well and most likely with the lead?
Eamon, you really know how to put a guy in a tough spot here. I mean, you know, I love Seth Lugo. I mean, he's had a hiccup here and there this year, but nothing too big, and he's got great stuff. But, you know, and Familia, you know, I love the stuff as well. Sometimes the results aren't there. You know, Edwin Diaz is a toss-up. It's filthy, but the results aren't there either. So, yeah, I'm still nervous about the bullpen. I mean, we thought it was going to be improved, but, you know, they've still got a lot to prove.
I actually do think there's enough there to trust. I trust Betances. I think this has been overblown here in the beginning of the season. You trust Justin Wilson. You trust Seth Lugo. And Familia has looked great. And forget Edwin Diaz. Toss him out of the mix. Those other guys you put in there, and that's more than enough. That's 4 arms you're talking about on any given night. I don't think they should have design roles because of Lugo and the way that he has limitations, because you use him for 2 innings at a clip. Maybe Familia could be the closer on the other nights where Lugo isn't available. But I think they have enough there with those 4. I trust them: Wilson, Betances, Familia, and obviously Seth Lugo. I think the bullpen could be a strength, believe it or not, for this club.
Save the tape on this one. Sal, the optimist, Anthony, the pessimist. Sal, Anthony, thanks for stopping by here for What Are the Odds on Geico SportsNite.